In this video, we'll move the Taylor-Maclaurin series of expansion from cosine to sine. We begin with the dataset of cosine, which is RA formula, cosine of the x values from 0 to 8. And the sine dataset, so RA formula, sine of the x values from 0 to 8. And the Taylor-Maclaurin series sum, which is the summation of a times x to the power 2n plus k, where the value of a is from 0 to 1. So data validation, list of items, that's from 0 to 1. So we can start from 0, 0.4, 0.8 up to 1. So we can go with 4. Or we can also go with 1 as a beginning. And the value of n is from 0 to infinity. So 20 is good enough. And the coefficient, the expansion coefficient, which is equal to RA formula, minus 1 raised to the power n divided by gamma 2n plus k, 2n plus 1, so 2 times n plus 1 plus k. These are k value. And now we continue with the expansion. We complete the expansion. RA formula, series sum of the x values 0 to 8 raised to the power 2n plus k. 2n plus k starts from k, incremented by 2n, where n is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, so the interval is 2. And the coefficient will be this range. And enter. And we'll chart this. Insert chart. And we use scatter chart. Remove the title because we will not need the title. And for the setup, use column as label. And for the series, show the trend line. Polynomial to the 8th degree. For the label, use the equation. For the legend, position at the bottom. So here's our trend lines and polynomials of cosine and sine and the expansion. We've calculated the polynomial regression coefficient of the trend lines using Linest. To do that, we complete the Linest matrix, starting with the power transpose 0 to 8. And the elements of the matrix, so this is RA formula of the x values raised to the power 0 to 8. Now we can use Linest. This will be Linest data y and data x. That's for the cosine. This is also Linest for the expansion. Data y and data x. And finally, this is going to be also Linest for the sine function. Data y and data x. So here we have the expansion coefficients and we compare. So at k equals 0, the expansion coefficients approximate cosine. So these values are the same, and these data sets are the same, and the red and the blue are on the same line, and the polynomials are the same, exactly the same. So we move k to 0.4. This time the red moves a little bit to the right. And then k equals 0.8. So we have the red going closer to the yellow. And k equals 1. The yellow and the red lines are on the same trend line. Their polynomial regression coefficients are exactly the same, and their datasets are exactly the same. This time, the expansion approximates the sine function. We just completed the movement of the Taylor-Maclaurin series of expansion from cosine to sine.